Hello there everyone, this is Soul Super 17 here. Let me show this like usual. Don't own this picture, and this is not a bad video. Okay. Since we got that out of the way, let me just you know just say a few things. I'm still gonna be making my other what ifs. I'm just gonna add more, and then I'm gonna stop making them, making new ones. Just focus on the ones I have for a while. Alright? Like, let me know if you guys really want to hear like the ones I said in the last video in the Dragon Slayer one, part 12. At the end of it, what I said. But the one, like, what if Naruto had Venom? What if Deku had Carnage? What if Deku was a Nomu? Or, well, actually, I'm saying a high-end Nomu, because I want him to talk. Like, he breaks control, he talks. I kind of have the story planned out in my head, and honestly, um, yeah. But I kind of, like, then thought about, what could I do? What else? I don't want Deku to have cremation, because Dabi technically is one of my favorite characters. Better than I usually like the main heroes, like the main characters, the main protagonists, but I kind of like Dabi for some weird reason. I just like him a lot more than Deku. Deku is my second favorite character. If anyone wants to say, oh, well, whatever, or wow, or I don't know, just want to like say something bad, you guys can. It's your opinions, but hey, that's just me. Um, yeah, nor my fan. I thought I turned it on the lower volume, but yeah, whatever. I turned it now. But yeah, so I'm gonna have like Dobby, give him his cremation quirk, but he gets an ice quirk, and he's gonna look exactly the same way he does from the anime. And I'm gonna have like Deku kind of copy him a little more like he's gonna be a little more gothic looking. So yeah, if you guys don't want to hear that, then write down in the comments saying no to the cremation one, or say no to like Deku cremation. Quirk, Jane, whatever. But yeah. So let's just get into this video. Oh, before that, I'm only gonna cover the USJ, so I'm gonna add like a lot of things. All right. I may have to pause it because I was about to record last night, but then I fell asleep and I forgot names, and I thought, hey, I was gonna remember this. But yeah, let me do a quick pause before I you know, do the whole entire thing. Okay, I remember the names now. Just had to remember two, because I realized in the last video I said Taka, but I meant Saiki, and then I said it was Somi, so I was like, okay, wow, I can't believe I messed up. So yeah, Somi and Hoshio. So okay. Alright, so we're taking this place right after, like, not right after, like, the class is done, because Bako would have, like, tried to, like, get Deku. So he just kind of tells All Might he's gonna go to a different class, probably class 1B or something. So he just waves by, and he doesn't stop him. So yeah, anyways, this is what if Deku had a blood quirk, part 3. Alright, okay. So, Deku just walked back to the locker room, get his bag, and put his uniform in, plus his sneakers in his bag, basically, and then grab his iPod out of his phone, puts in his headphones, and just starts walking to Class 1B as he listens to music on the way. He's just smiling while he's just listening to another one of his favorite songs. So yeah, you guys can imagine whatever, or find one of your favorite songs and just play it. But yeah. So while he's walking, he takes out one headphone because he felt a tap on his leg, and then he looks down and it's Nezu. He goes, "Oh, Nezu, hey." he has a smile on his face, and he goes, "Ah, Midoriya, I was just coming to get you." He goes, "Oh, really?" He goes, "Yes, I kind of realized Mako was in the class with you, so from what I've learned and how he acts around you, I thought it was best off that I come get you and take you to a class." He goes, "Well, I was going to class 1B." He goes, "Ah, excellent choice. At least it's still in the hero course." He goes, "Yeah." As he says, "Allow me to accompany you to it." And he goes, "All right." As they're walking, Nezu asks, "How has the class been?" He goes, "Oh, good. Everyone in there?" He goes, Deku just looks at him and goes, "A couple people are warming up to me. Just not many." He goes, "That's kind of upsetting." He goes, "Yeah, the people that warm up to me are, well, my old friend Todoroki, so we've been already friends for the longest time. Ida kind of became friends after the exam, with the robots and everything. Kirishima, and Momo. Maybe Uraraka, and Denki looks like he has a little bit, on the fence. He doesn't really know for sure. But it seems like there's something wrong with him, too." As, Nezuko looks up at Deku and says, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I don't know. It just looks like he just doesn't really like Bakugo. He's like one of those people that will go with the crowd, sort of thing. But I can understand that. Most people do that." As he goes, "Yes." So this goes on for a little while. As, then Deku and Nezuko are in front of class 1B. As, when he asks Deku to open up the door, Deku, basically opens it, and Vlad's given his, teaching the class. As he goes, "Ah, Principal Nezu, why are you, here?" He goes, "Oh, yes, I just got a student that thought it would be better off if he stayed with you until the period ends." And he goes, and Vlad looks at Deku, and Deku just says, "Sup?" Names him Midoriya Izuku, or Izuku Midoriya, whatever. And Vlad goes like, "Oh, you're, the bloody monster's son, right?" He goes, "Yeah." My dad? He goes, "Well, back in the day, when we were basically still in UA, your dad, used to be teammates. Huh, we always did everything together. We didn't join the same hero squad, building, agency. Yeah, hero agency, but we still keep in touch. He tells me all about you and how much training you've done with your quirk. And believe me, you're like him. Very impressive." And Deku says, "Thanks. He told me a lot about you too, Vlad. Man, your quirk is powerful. My dad used to always had a hard time just beating you." And Vlad just laughs. He goes, "Yeah, how is he doing these days?" He goes, "Oh, good. Could be better. I could not have my freaking person that ruined my life basically in my classroom, but whatever." As he goes, "All right, that is understandable. So, I notice we don't have no seats, but you can just, I don't know, sit at the window or just stand in the corner or something." I really didn't know. He goes, Deku says, "No, it's my apologies. I was unannounced, so you weren't prepared." So, as he says, "Thanks." As Nezu just says, "Midoriya, I need to ask you a question." He goes, "Yeah? Did you already put your uniform in the bag and sneakers? No, before leaving?" He goes, "Of course." "Well, you want me to change?" He goes, "No. If you want, I would allow you to stay in your uniform, the hero uniform." As Deku says, "How about all school year?" As Nezu looks at him with a little chuckles a little bit, was like, all right. If you really want to, it's a lot more comfortable." He goes, But you will need to wear a tie." He goes, "No tie, just this." He goes, "Fine. But remember, no using your quirk, unless it's for defending yourself." He goes, "Sure." As, Monoma goes up and basically he goes, why is, finally he just asked, why is somebody from class 1A here? He goes, and he goes, wait, you're Izuku Midoriya, right? He goes, yeah. Um, you have a problem? As he has like a little glare at Monoma, as he just says, okay, I did not, you know what you look like. I heard basically, the rumor about you. Is it true, about the whole entire bully ruined your life, crap? It was, yeah, you were kind of paying attention, weren't you? It was, yeah, I just registered the bully part right now. Sorry about that. As Monoma, just, gets out of his, basically, seat. No, he walks around his desk, walks over to Deku, says, name is Monoma. Nice to meet you. And, everyone in Class 1B just stands up and tells them their names. I'm not going to remember them. Jiro? Yeah, there's one girl named Jiro, I think I remember in Class 1B. The one that can grow her hands, if that's not right. Sorry. I cannot remember everyone's names, so yeah. And I know Tetsu. So he's, saying, I saw you hanging out with, Kirishima. He was, yeah. You got a problem with my friend? He goes, well, we both have somewhat quirk, and Deku says, yeah. Wait, really? He goes, yeah. And then he hardens his whole entire body. He goes, wait, yours metal and his is kind of like skin hardened rock. He goes, yeah, so that's good. Even though it's the same type of quirk, they both have different properties. So if you're gonna try for a rival with him, you better focus on your quirk and not just what he can do, what really you can do. There's one of those things you can probably do for yourself, basically. As Deku just starts listing off that everyone's kind of shocked that he's just doing this right off the bat. As Tetsu's going and Deku says, oh, I'll write it down what you may be able can do or may not be able to do. And by the way, this is all just on top of my head. Imagination. I have to, basically have it to use my quirk. I just had to laugh and says, that's what your dad had trouble with at first. He was more of a rational guy, not all imagination. As Deku, looks at him and, really? He goes, yeah. But hey, he learned the hard way. He goes, how so? Deku has a little grin and he says, oh, well. When he met your mother, the dates weren't born for her, so he had to get a little creative. And that's when he realized he needed to use the same thing with his quirk. As Deku goes laughs, he goes, yep, my dad always tells me the story how he almost messed up at all his dates with my mom. So basically, Vlad just tells everyone, well, free period for everyone. And Nezu goes, really, Vlad? He goes, well, everyone's pretty excited to talk to him. Talk to Midoriya, so I would really like to keep this class, going, but it seems like they are really more interested in the guy who's been in the rumors. So, I'll just give them maybe some extra homework or something, I don't know, as Nezu says, and let them be for now. As Deku, has a little smile on his face because everyone's asking him so many questions about how his father is, his quirk is, basically what the rumors about his father, are they true, that he's, goes with the villains on everything, or, as Deku answers all of them, as Nezu says to himself, it really does seem like he is getting along with people, at least. And we just have to keep that going before he becomes a villain. Well, if he ever does, we may be in trouble. But I have a feeling that would never happen. So yeah, as Deku, basically tells them about how his dad is the 22nd, 23rd hero. I'm still going he's in the middle. He's about to become the 22nd hero. So yeah, if I just basically contradict myself, I don't care. Anyways, yep, okay. So, when Deku answers them about how his dad philosophy is and the whole entire reason behind it. Vlad hears the reason and he knows about it. As some people are in the classroom going like, "Wow, that's hard." He goes, "Yeah, not every villain is a villain. It depends on the person who's telling the story." Really, that's what my dad believes because his friend was never a villain and a hero spin the story that way. He didn't know the truth. He didn't do any investigations. He just called him a villain, and that's when it happened. He didn't care about if he was innocent or not. Just you basically hurt somebody, and the way they're not living anymore, and you automatically won. But hey, that's how life is. As then, Mona was thinking to himself, okay, this is kind of like a life lesson learning here. Nothing's the same, for anything. I hated Class 1A. Now I'm kind of thinking, there's only one person in that class I hate. And that's the guy who's making this guy, who's basically a nice person, really nice person, even telling me my quirk is amazing, and I should have been in class, 1A, but I'm not. It's just because, yeah, I need to get stronger, and I may be able to get in Class 1A, or I may become, even though I was in Class 1B, I may actually become a better hero than the Class 1As. And it's all about how I view everything. I can use this to train harder than ever before, as, Mona was thinking that, and Deku just looks at him and goes, "Hey, Monoma, you alright?" He goes, Yeah, I'm fine, Are you sure I can become a good hero for my quirk, even though I'm in Class 1A? I mean, not Class 1, Class 1B, as Mono's kind of knows, caught himself in his Deku just like goes, "Of course, anyone can be a good hero. Just gotta remember one thing. Don't let the popularity, your confidence, or thinking you're better than everyone get in the way. You could become the villain then." As he just nods. Just wanting to let you guys know, I'm kind of making Monoma a little bit more different. He's gonna be the same way. It's just towards Deku. He's gonna be nice. He's gonna be exactly the same way towards Bakugo, towards everyone else in the class, but not like Deku's friends. So, yeah. Okay. So after that, everything happens. He goes back into 1A class and asks why he's in a hero's costume. He just says, Nezu said I can be in it for the rest of the day or for the rest of the school year. So, yeah. As everyone's in shock, and they just and one person says, "Oh, that's lucky of you." He goes, "Well, my main hero costume is just regular clothing, so it works." So yeah, so right when they're on the way to lunch, Denki's talking to Deku about how his life is, and about like just asking a question about everything about his life, like how his school life was really. Did he do anything that what Bakugo said? And he goes, "Oh, what did he say? I control people's bodies and broke their arms. I threw them out a window. I basically kicked somebody in the gut into a spike." He makes up a lot of BS, as Denki just says. But like, even though that's BS, but what's your side? As Denki just tells him the truth, as he's very in shock because basically Soma, Maka, and Hiyoshi came, and he basically says, "Hiyoshi," Deku says that, he goes, "Tell him the truth what happened to me, even Maka. Soma's okay, she's alright, Soma's okay." And as Hiyoshi and Maka tell him what really happened, as Kaminari just, well, Denki just says, like, yo, Mineta heard that. Suyu, Suyu, I think that's the girl. Yeah, Suyu heard that. And, basically, Araka even heard it. And Jiro. And, hold on, I need to remember what's her name. Okay, and Mina heard it. Or Ashido. Sure. Yeah. So, and she's going like, how did you two do that to him? Mina just says, and Suyu just says, wow, Midoriya, Rabbit, that's hard life. As Mineta goes like, how are you not afraid? And Kaminari just goes, bro, like, how you didn't lose it? As Uraraka's just shocked. She knew Bakugo hated him, but to this degree? And Deku just laughs and just says, why are you guys so shocked? Basically, Molly's like goes, why are you guys so shocked? Did I tell you? Didn't I tell you not to be friends with me? As everyone looks at him like, what? He goes, I don't want people to get hurt because of Bakugo. Should be honest, I did have some friends in school once, but they all left. They said they couldn't take it anymore. Bakugo was abusing them. At that moment, I was ready to let loose all my rage, but I realized that's what he wanted. I wasn't gonna let that happen. So, what I decided to do? Leave it alone. Be alone. It's Todoroki, Kirishima, Ida, walk with Deku, Xiaomi, walks over and says, you really okay, Midoriya? And he goes, yeah, I'm fine. As Naka kind of walks slowly behind him along with Hashio. Yeah. As Denki, Mina, Mineta, Suyu, Araka, Momo, are shocked beyond belief. Banco was coming around the corner when he heard Deku say this. As everything happened, and he was like, why? Why won't he just give up? He deserves it all. I'm better than him. As he comes out in the corner. As everyone now still staring at looks over, and they all look at him like hatred. Just he's getting the same treatment Midoriya got, and they walk away. He goes like, I don't need those extras. So a couple of days pass. After that, he did go to Nezu and asked though he can get like another something added to him, like his hero costume. If he says it's too early, he understands. And he goes, well, it is quite early, Midoriya, but I think since you've been wearing it, you could use another part of it. And he asks, what do you want? He goes, just a coat. He goes, really? A coat? Yeah, trench coat or something. Something that I'm able to hold things in easily. It has pockets on the inside. Very durable, very resistant to basically heat, ice, or anything. Basically, that can be thrown at me. It's just something that my blood even passed through. I don't really know. I'm just trying to find something that, because I thought a couple of days ago, I'm gonna need something to basically be able to have my blood at a long distance to control. So I need like something to hold it. Besides like a belt, a utility belt. I need like a jacket to hold certain things in. That'll be a lot more easier to throw something without anyone noticing. Since I have it on me. And Nezu says, Well, I'll look into it for you at least, and I'll let you know. He goes, oh, thanks. And then as he goes, oh, yes, Midoriya, um, be ready for the USJ. He goes, USJ? He goes, yes. Basically, it's for any casualties like earthquakes, landslides, waterfalls, basically boats stranded in the ocean, buildings on fire, storms. You know, it's basically there to teach you how it's done right or anything. As he goes, all right, thanks for letting me know, Nezu. And then Nezu says, oh, another thing. There has been a video leak of you. He goes, wait, what? As he goes, what do you mean? He goes, Midori, what's wrong? He goes, it's nothing. Sorry. Nezu says, Midoriya, please sit down and tell me what's on your mind. He goes, okay, fine. Yeah, I'm bringing in some background of what Deku has done, from his past. So yeah, he just tells Nezu that some guys were basically picking on some kids, hitting on some girls, harassing them, and he intervened. He didn't really been nice about it the way he did it, and his eyes kind of changed too. He doesn't understand it. It just happened one time. And I even made like these blood bandages that go around me. It's like the ultimate defense. And as you know, it's during the nighttime I was called the Blood Phantom. Because no one has ever seen me. There's always a mystery. So they call me a phantom. And there was always blood everywhere I go. So, Phantom. Blood Phantom. And he goes, oh, illegal hero work. He goes, no, not exactly hero work. Just getting some kids, or should I say, old classmates out of trouble. Especially Todoroki's sister one time. And he's like, wait, what? He goes, yeah, how else do you think me and him became good friends? Anyways. So you know that, and also, can you tell me what's the video about? He goes, oh, it's about you and Bakugo's fight. It seems like it was praising you on what you did. He goes, wait, really? He goes, yes, I don't know how. I know we had video footage of it because of the monitoring room. It's like somebody hacked into our systems and just said this is, and put it on a social media site. You could depend on. I was about to say this, but yeah, you could just say like whatever, think about it, and they basically said of what you've done, and then how you controlled it to very precision, like. And it says he must have had years of practice. This is a hero that can become pro, and people have already watched it. And the comments are saying that even though he acted like a villain, it's weird the way how he, it was just like some people say weird, but cool quirk, all that, complimenting you. Some people commented saying like, oh, that's just fake, like, people just didn't want to believe in what someone could be like that. And Deku just says, huh, well, I don't know who did it, but wow. Sure, you didn't do it, Nezu. Goes, oh, I would never. Confidentiality of the school is highly, authorized. Even I can't even post it to the students or anything. But someone hacked into it, and we're looking into it more. So please understand that. And he goes, all right. So what happens is basically, at lunch before the USJ, Deku's still in his hero costume. The vest, the jacket, just no gloves or tie. And he's wearing black pants. Kind of has like a chain on it. and his phone with his headphones, as he has like a whole bunch of people at his table. Class 1B. Some people in Class 1B are sitting with him. Soma? Ugh. Hiyoshi, Maka, and Soma, whatever she, you know, Xiaomi? Yeah, Xiaomi. She's basically, sitting with him, and, like, Denki, Mineta, Suyu, Momo, Uraka, Ida, Kama, Nari, no, I can't remember, I already said him, Asha, they're there, I think Jiro's kind of like, I'm making her on the fence, but I think she said she was there, but she couldn't believe it more. She kind of like kept walking. So yeah. Jira's with, Kaminari and Asha, with Mina, so yeah. And she's seen how Deku's acting and all, and it's very different than what Bakugo said in while he was in Class 1B. So she's a little thinking that he must be lying, or Deku's faking it. So yeah. Next thing the hero, the alarm goes off and people start freaking out. Deku then kind of just be like, when he was doing that, he was near the window as he like sees the news reporters. As then all of a sudden you just see Deku just like making a blood wall as everyone get pushed away, as he's just like moving it with him, and then he kind of just like moves it onto a slant, as then he's able to walk up it to onto the top where the exit is, and he goes, "Yo, everyone, look outside! It's only the reporters. The ones from this morning." As everyone's seen it, and he goes, like, "Oh yeah," he goes, "Look, you're all supposed to be heroes, right? How come you letting this freak you out? We're the future heroes. We should not be letting anything scare us. If we're scared of something, then what's gonna happen to all the civilians? What's gonna happen to the kids?" All that. As everyone's kind of a little bit embarrassed by what they were doing. And he goes, "Look, I know how it is, being scared, but I've been through a lot worse than anyone here. And you're scared? I nearly had my life taken multiple times by my own classmates, from my own schools I've been in. If you're wondering why, it's because of my quirk. My name is Izuku Midoriya. You all heard about me. Have you heard the rumors about some guy ruined my life because I just moved his arm with the power of my quirk? Because of my, basically, blood bending? Yeah, it's all true. He ruined my life because he couldn't take that. He lost a fight to me. He's still just an ignorant child, still on the inside, basically. And I don't care. All I'm caring about is right now. If I can survive what I've been through all my life, what can you guys do? Shouldn't you guys be able to handle any situation, even this?" As people are, kind of really are getting upset. As he goes, "Look, I understand. We're still kids. We still got a lot of things to learn. But experience is a life. Life is experience. Without that, we are nothing. So, I just want to tell you all, get all the knowledge you can right now. Get some experience. And then, this will never happen again. Unless you meet somebody who cannot be stopped. But if so, if you think if that person cannot be stopped, only remember one thing. You gotta give it your all, or it won't be worth anything. Even going beyond. Plus ultra." As people just start clapping, and Midoriya just gets, like a little bit embarrassed, because he just put one leg on because he sat down when he was like saying all that, like after he says, "Look, I get it," you know, and like one foot hanging down as. And then everyone in class 1A seeing this, and they're like, "What? Why everyone cheering for that? That was kind of insulting." Like, you know, but some people aren't. Jiro's amazed. Ida's like going, "Wow." Even though the class 1A, said, kind of insulting, but that was still good. You know, this is where, people are gonna like hate him during the USJ because of the way he's gonna be. Oh, if you guys are wondering about the whole entire thing, with the eye, I'm kind of making like that's how his dad's quirk works. They say when his white part of his eye, goes black and then it goes red. Some kind of, doing that, and that's how like when he's going full power. So if you guys understand that, good. If you guys are saying, yeah, making that reference to Tokyo Ghoul, yeah, kind of. I'm just making that, but with Deku, I'm kind of like, he's blood's manipulation, so he can do whatever he wants, so I'm taking some ideas, like some things that I see in our stuff, and put it in. So, okay, and now it's thundering. So, yeah, sorry about that, everyone. Okay, so after that, Deku gets down, the blood starts to go back into him, and people are saying, like, that was really good, it was nice. I mean, I just said it all out of my head. He's like, thanks for calming us down. People start praising him for what he did. And then he gets to his seat as people are going like, wow, Midoriya, that was awesome. He goes, yeah. I mean, it's whatever. As he has a grin on his face, Bakugo is about to go say something, but then he doesn't because there's too many people around, cause a scene. He doesn't want to. So before the whole entire USJ thing, they said we gotta do something real quick that I forgot about. He goes, and everyone goes like, "What is it?" He says, "This is the most important thing that you have ever needed done." As they're like, "What?" He goes, "Class representative." And they're like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, choose a class person to be a representative, and then choose somebody else." Oh yeah, I even forgot. Yeah, I forgot Toga's in class 1B. Forgot to mention that. My bad. Yeah, you'll see why. She's with the League of Villains already, so yeah. But anyways, so everyone like kind of like voting for themselves besides Midori. He says, "I vote for Ida." As everyone's looking like, "Why won't you vote for yourself?" He goes, "One, because I don't want to have to deal with the responsibility, and two, everyone hates me here already. I can already tell. All the people that talk to me don't." As he looks at Jiro, it says, but one's still on the fence about it. Well, he side glances in the direction where Jiro is, but like other people are there too. And then he looks back at everyone and goes like, "You're letting the freaking bomb boy get to you." He has a way of being persuasive. So everyone's just ignoring what Deku said about not Kajan, Bakugo. And just like, yeah, whatever. And Deku just sighs, and basically Deku's friend group, along with Jiro, who's being like already like coming into it, it's like, what? Why did do this? And Deku just says, "Alrighty, that's how it all starts." Whatever. So people start placing votes in, and undeniably, people vote for Deku. And then Momo is the second, like the vice president. As Deku just says, "Oh God, responsibilities more." Okay. I'm not your class president. He goes, "Wait, what?" He goes, "But I voted for you because of what you did." He goes, "Yes, but here's the thing. Look at the class." As Ida's already up front with Midoriya, as he looks at everyone in the classroom. He goes, and then he looks at Midoriya. He goes, I understand. He says, thanks. As then Aizawa says, Midoriya, Ida, come out here. As then he says, oh, you too, Momo. As they go out, and Aizawa says, look, you gotta be class friends with Midoriya. I really don't care, but I think it's a good idea for you to get people's skills or something. You can't let everyone bug you and then he says, look, Aizawa, no one's at classroom is gonna listen to me besides the people that actually care about me or are my friends. Or at least for right now, they're my friends. I don't know they'll listen to me, and if something dangerous happens, where they won't listen to me, they'll listen to Bakugo, that'll go charging head first to even get like one of them killed, I'll have to rush in before that even happens. Put my life on the line. If I'm the class president. And if I go, who would everyone else be, right? Or, I don't know. Something bad happens, and I get blamed for it. I don't want to take that responsibility. As Aizawa sighs and says, alright, sorry. And he goes, no, I'm sorry for lying out. He goes, no, I understand. Look. Just, I don't know, just ask Ito if he needs any help with anything, he's confused on anything, just help him out, alright? He goes, alright. So, after that, they come back out. They come back into the room, and he says, oh yeah, everyone get ready, we're gonna go out. And he goes, where to? And Deku says, the USJ, as Aizawa goes, huh? He goes, Nezu told me. I went to him this morning, so he told me about it today. It's gonna happen. He was like, oh, okay then. So yeah, so Deku says, I'll meet everyone outside of the school. As Aizawa says, alright. So when Deku, gets out of the classroom, closes the door, he looks over to where Class 1B is as Toka's, walking out. As, she's just walking out not to go report anything. Just, to leave. She's just going out just because, she's gonna go get, a drink. As he goes, oh, Toga, hey. As Toga, looks and goes, Midoriya, hi. And she goes, where are you going? He goes, the USJ. Class today. She goes, oh, really? He goes, yeah. What are you doing? And she goes, oh, I'm getting a drink. He goes, really? She goes, yeah. I hope you do good in class. And he goes, thanks. Yeah, right, Toga? She goes, and, Toga goes, what do you mean? Of course I'm alright. He goes, no, you're not. I don't know you that long, but you're a bad liar. Her face goes a little red. He goes, look. We can be friends. Just tell me what something's bothering you, alright? She's basically tells him she wants to tell him, but it's kind of embarrassing. He goes, alright, I won't pry. Yeah, and just want to apologize real quick. Was on my phone, just getting rid of some notifications. But anyways, yeah. He says he won't pry into her past or business. But, hey, mind giving me your number? She's going wait, what? He goes, yeah, so we can text. Each other and talk and hang out over the weekends. Or weekend, basically. As she goes, okay, she doesn't know what to do because she's a villain and he's gonna try to become a hero, so As basically, she just gives him her number, and he gives her his number. Sorry, English, can't speak right now. And Toga's just, a little bit flustered and nervous. And then he just says to her, well, I'll text you after, class. And maybe we can go get something to eat on the way home. Do you mind? She goes, no, not really. It's cool. Well, see you, Toga. As when Toga he leaves, Toga's thinking to herself, going like, what did I get myself into? But, reconnaissance and trying to find people that could be good for the league. As she has a little evil grin on her face. But then she's looking at Deku while he's walking away, and she goes, but Shigaraki never said I could ever have any fun while I'm here. And she walks away happily. With a happy smile. So, when they get outside, they go on the bus, everyone starts talking about their quirk. As Zayu, talks about Midoriya's quirk and how it's very unique and interesting, and not many people have a quirk like this. And he goes, yeah, trust me. You don't even want to see me when I'm using my full power. As they go like, huh? And Totoro goes like, man, last time I ever seen you doing that was when we sparred together. He goes, oh yeah. Hey, you still remember that one move I used on you? The one that you always get afraid of? He goes, don't remind me, please. Last time you used that move on me, I nearly fainted. Yeah, you're lucky I freaking missed on purpose. He goes, missed? Miss? Dude, you literally almost punched me in the face. You stopped. And with just the freaking wind pressure alone, I almost fainted. He goes, yeah, that's when I got serious. Just like you wanted. He goes, yeah, remind me never to actually get serious unless I'm ready to go all out. And basically, people are just wondering, what? He goes, but hey, you probably got a lot stronger since then. What was that? We were 12 years old? He goes, yeah. You've been busy with your freaking, you've been busy with other stuff so much. It's been hard for us to even, get, a freaking movie watch together or something. And you go, yeah, man. Really sorry about that. As I'm making Todoroki chums friends, basically he tossed this way only to Deku. Yeah, I really do apologize. It's weather. It just started raining now and thundering. But anyways, yeah. So everyone's shocked about this. Bakugo's thinking he can't be strong, as Tsuyu and Minna, Asha now asks so how is it when how can we tell when you get serious? And then all of a sudden Deku's eyes, the white goes black and the eye go red, and it's kind of glowing a little. It goes like this. As they're what? He goes, it's my dad. It's how my dad when he goes all out. It started when I uses my quirk first. Sometimes it was when I was in a life or death situation. I had to use my quirk to defend myself. As they were really? But yeah, I never fought back. Until I made my blood armor. I always had to do it, and that's when the whole entire eyes went red and black. It's not permanent, so... And then all of a sudden they start changing. It was... Whoa. It was... Yeah, I know. It's kind of cool. I mean, that's when I'm going all out. That's how you can tell. And... Yeah. So... After that... People are thinking that's kind of cool. And some people are thinking that's kind of cool, but also villainous Bakugo just says, that's how I know when he's going all out. Liar. So, after, we said that happens, Aizawa, says, we're here, get out of the bus now. And, yeah, they get out of the bus and meet 13. Uraraka starts fangirling over it. And Deku's just thinking, whatever. And then, they start talking about how quirks can be used for good and for evil, And then, Deku just adds in, so basically the moral of this is, it depends on who's telling the story and how the person's life was. And they say, and 13 says, yeah, yes, it is. It depends on what circumstances, some things have happened in that person's life to go down that path. And then Deku says, so basically, like my dad tell me every time, heroes could be the bad guys in certain stories because they actually had done something bad. And they go, who's your? He goes, the bloody monster. As 13, they can see her eyes widen, as she goes, he's your father. He goes, yeah. Is that a problem? A weird, confused. Like she goes, no, actually, you see, I'm kind of a fan. So, as Deku goes, oh. Wait, are you one of those freaking stalkers, like, people? And she goes, no. And he goes, oh, thank God. My dad had to get a lawsuit on one of those, like a freaking restraining order, basically, on one of those people. As Base 13 goes, really? Goes, yeah, but... And in my dad's defense, that person did try to kill my mother, so... It's after she gets out of jail, the restraining order. And she goes, oh. He goes, yeah. So after that, they get inside, and all of a sudden the lights start flickering. Deku noticed that a little. He goes, weird. So, the next thing you know, everyone notices a portal opened up. Well, Deku notices a portal, and he goes like, oh, villains. Seems like it. Alright. As, he basically starts walking, as I always says, Midoriya, why you, as then he sees villains, and Midoriya just tells him, says, I can take care of this. This is gonna be fun. And Aizawa is saying to himself, oh, crap, I can't, and then Deku literally just tells him, look, you stay here, I'll take care of them. Don't worry about it, Aizawa. This is a lot of people, but I can easily take them all down. Trust me. As all of a sudden, Midoriya has a grin on his face. That's Aizawa sees, and it's like, okay. And it looks like Aizawa's thinking, why does it look like it's a villainous a little bit like a villain? But he says he has acted like a villain a lot. He is just natural now. As while Midoriya is walking down the stairs, like the villains that came out says, oh look, it's just a kid. Oh man, this is gonna be easy. Why isn't the pro heroes coming down defending him? This is like all the villains that are like in front. Kirigiri, Shigaraki, and the Nomu are there. While Shigaraki's a lot different in this one. He's more intelligent, he's more mature, he also knows how to hack. Basically, and he also knows how to not have his quirk activate when he touches something with 5 fingers. He can choose when to use it or not. So yeah, he's basically, and he has acted like the one that we know of in front of All For One. Thinking that he's still immature and acts like a child. But Kirigiri knows the truth. So yeah. So Midoriya basically is walking down while Shigaraki says, huh, so that's the kid, Izuku Midoriya. Well, I'll let these low-class villains deal with him. I want to see what he can do before I go in and talk to him for a little bit. As Kirigiri says, is that wise, young master. He goes, yes, leave those kids alone. We're here to kill All Might, but it looks like we have an interesting player on the field now. As then all of a sudden, we go back to Deku, as Deku holds out his arm with his hand. And all of a sudden, blood starts to go up into the air. As everyone in Class 1A is seeing this, it starts to take shape. It basically goes into a freaking scythe. As then he grabs it with his right hand. And he just has it on his shoulder. It has like basically a long curve, blade. As, it looks... even the handle for it is even it goes straight but then curves a little. So basically where the blade's attached to it, it goes straight a little and then starts curving near the end. As in Deku says, well, looks like there's gonna be some fun. As Bakugo's thinking, good, this guy's gonna show his true colors to everyone now. They'll see I'm right. He is one. As basically the low tier villains come up to him and says, that's a nice quirk you have, but you ain't strong. So give up or we'll just beat you up. As then Deku just looks at them with a glare as he just says, I don't know what you're doing here, but whatever it is, I can't allow it. So my apologies to, well, you. 3. As then all of a sudden his red vein starts to show on his body as tentacles basically come out of Midoriya's body. 3 grabs the people by the throat and throws them. And though he left a red mark on him, as the red mark goes down to their hands and legs, as basically they land the bushes and they're already captured. And he goes, 3 down and so many to go. As then, his blood tentacles come back into his body. As everyone goes, what the? And he just says, what's wrong? Never seen a blood manipulation quirk like this before? He goes, wait, blood manipulation? And they say, you can't be. And he goes, oh, the bloody monster, son? Yeah, I am. As he has a grin, he says, now then, let's play. As all of a sudden, he just starts dashing towards everyone. As then he just starts swinging the scythe around. He's doing exactly the same thing he did to Bakugo. The blood's going through them. It's covering their bodies, basically making multiple slashes. Even the blood's dripping off of the blade to make it look like he hit them, and that's theirs, but it's really his. As he's making a travel where he goes. And anyone he misses with it, that blood would then automatically go right towards their bodies without them noticing. As everyone's saying, he's killing them. He's killing them all. As everyone in Class 1A is seeing this, as Ida and Kirishima says, wow, they really think he's killing them. And yeah, and Kirishima's, Ida says that, as Kirishima goes, yeah. I mean, it sure looks like it, but he's just doing what he did to Bakugo. And some people are thinking, no way. That's impossible. How can he fight so many people at once? As, basically multiple people are trying to hit him as he's just dodging all of them. And just swinging the scythe. And then right when he gets, everyone's covered in blood besides Shigaraki and Kirigiri, he just holds out his hand underneath, on his face. He goes, and you call yourself villains. So when he holds up his hand, because he has the scythe in his left hand, he holds up his hand and brings it down and makes a fist. As then he says, blood binding. As the blood on them just starts moving, covering them, chaining them up. The blood starts to turn into chains. As all the villains that were covered with his own blood just go on the ground. And he goes, alright. As then the scythe returns back into his body. As then he just basically says, now then, blood bending. He just says time to use it basically, and then he just pushes everyone to this away, send them flying, as they don't know, and no one knows how he did it. And Shigaraki says, he says to, as he looks at Kirigiri, he goes, I was right. This boy is remarkable indeed. Maybe we could try to get him on our side at least. We have to try it. Am I right, Kirigiri? As he says, yes, master. It's best to try at least. He goes, Shigaraki, is basically walking up to Deku. And then he starts clapping. He basically just does this. I says, well, good job. Good job, young hero. It seems like your talents has no limits. And he goes, so who are you? The big bad guy? He goes, yes, I am the leader of this assault on new heroes. Well, future heroes, but mostly on All Might. You see, we're here to end him. And unfortunately for you, he was not here. So, I was about to tell everyone to take on all you future heroes, but you came down and faced us. You took down more than 150 villains, low tier ones, by yourself. That is very impressive. I really am impressed with you. Now, I do have a question. Izuku Midoriya, known for being hurt by his own classmates, people betraying him, even from one student, even from of his own school, and he miraculously survived. There's no broken bones. People call him a villain. Is this all true? It's basically Shigaraki's just pacing around, like circling around Midoriya, and he goes, "Yeah, it is. Got a problem with that?" And Shigaraki, stops right in front. And he goes, No, I don't. Actually, I want to ask you, do you want to join us, the League of Villains? You don't have. You can say no. It's your choice. I won't, judge you for it. Actually, I'll be very surprised if you actually become a hero. If people claim you're a villain and all, it may be hard. And Deku just shrugs and goes, they can think what they want. They hate me, they hate me. Doesn't matter to me one bit. But you? You attack us? I'm not gonna let that slide. So, surrender, and I'll take you on. And then Shigaraki says, No. You're not gonna take me on. You're gonna take that on. As he points to Nomu, and he says, be prepared. That has basically two quirks. Super strength and regeneration. Well, shock absorption and regeneration. We modified it to kill All Might. I need to warn you, I would not recommend fighting it. Surrender to me. You all surrender to me. And basically, we let you live. And as Deku looks, he sees, everyone just coming to him. And he goes, basically like, remember when we ran down the steps? As he goes, sorry, it's not gonna happen. But I'll take your surrender. And then he makes blood claws come out. As Shigaraki goes, well, seems we're at an impasse. And he goes, yeah. Of the blood claws, I goes, sorry for wasting your time. He goes, no, not really, actually. I'm happy. He goes, wait, what? You seem different from any hero I knew. Anyways, as then, he's walking away, as then Deku looks at everyone and says, stay back! Basically, he just looks and just yells out that, just stay back! This is getting dangerous. As everyone, Aizawa goes, what do you mean? He goes, trust me. Oh, Aizawa, the thing that's about to come at me, it ain't human. It was modified to kill All Might. I say, what? As everyone's saying that, as Deku, gets in a stance to ready to get into a fight. And basically he's just thinking to himself, okay, what am I gonna do? This thing's gonna come at me. As then when Shigaraki is halfway and basically away from Deku, he says, Nomu, kill him. As Nomu dashes forward right past Shigaraki, and Shigaraki goes, this kid is tougher than I think. And he'll be able to take this Nomu on, no problem. But I'll intervene if I have to. If I don't see no potential in him. And Shigaraki, has basically been looking for a rival. Basically a rival that can take him on. Somebody that can match him. And as a hero, that would be his nemesis. He's looking for a person to be his nemesis, basically the hero that he wants to always face. Always want to be stopped by. Just one has a person that can stop him. Because he thinks all the heroes are boring. So yeah. So when Nomu gets a Deku, basically, it throws a right punch. As Deku dodges it, cuts the right arm off. And then he goes, okay, let's see how fast this regeneration is, to himself. As Bakugo was saying, I knew he was a... And then all of a sudden you see the regeneration happening. He goes, what? He was, okay. And then he just kicks the Nomu to the side, which it doesn't do nothing. He goes, I put all my force into that. Basically, Deku can kick harder than most people, so he can break a rib or two. Or basically causes a organ to rupture for a kick like that. As he's thinking, it really does have shock absorption. As basically he then gets rid of the claws and go into the gauntlets as they start fighting. Basically Deku's getting punches hitting him, while no one's also getting punches. Deku's punches hitting him, as he's thinking, my blood armor, I need to increase the thickness of it. As he's doing that, he's adding more to it, because he can feel it cracking. And he goes, crap. How strong is this thing? I know it was made to kill. Oh my, come on. Basically, Kaminari, Denki, Mina, and Momo, Araka, believe it or not, Mineta. Wait. I think I have Mineta go into a different classroom. Yeah, I think I did. Well, let's just say Zawa hasn't gone through all the paperwork, so after this he's going to go into the studies course, so yeah. So Mineta comes, even Kirishima and Ida, and Jiro, Suyu, they're all rushing over just to try to help him. Deku's thinking, no, don't, why are you guys coming here? You shouldn't! As then he basically makes just a hand as he grabs the Nomu's face and throws it. He goes, okay, I need to get this far away from them. And then he just runs as fast as he can. He goes, I can't keep this on. You gotta get rid of the blood armor. And then he just lets all the blood out from that was underneath his skin. It basically looks like it just comes off of him, like he just breaks it off. And Todoroki was suddenly realized, he goes, oh, crap, no, as he just runs with them. As everyone was wondering, as I was wondering what's happening, why is Todoroki said oh no before he ran, as basically Deku just jumps in the air to the height where the Nomu is, and he goes, alright, if you can handle me throwing a full punch with my armor on, and take this without it! And then he just throws a punch in the Nomu's stomach, sending him down so fast. And then Deku just big swords come out of his hands. And he just basically just skydives towards the Nomu. As Nomu gets up and basically jumps up in the air, as then Deku just cuts off both of his arms. Basically, he's just trying to get it so that way it doesn't can recover. And then then he starts changing them into a chain as then he throws it, goes around the Nomu, as then he brings it down and while it hits the ground. So right when Deku lands, Nomu gets up right away and blitzes towards him. He goes, crap, 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 and then he puts back on the blood more thicker than he has ever had before. As when the Nomu punches him, he's sent flying all the way to one of the buildings. Into the side of the hill. As he just coughs out his own blood, he goes, if I didn't have my blood on, that would have killed me. As then Shigaraki is thinking, the kid's not getting serious, it looks like. Alright, maybe a little bit of motivation. As he sees all the kids going, towards where he is. As he says, Nomu, kill them. As Nomu dashes towards them, and that's when Deku gets out of the crater that he was implanted in. As he sees the Nomu going towards him, he goes, No! I need to be faster. I can't hold back anymore. I need to let it out. I need to let out what I've been hiding. Or should I say, I didn't want people to believe I am. I'm not talking about the hero side, I'm talking about the villain side. Well, he said, I want people to believe I am. But then the eyes go red, and everything, white turns black. And then all of a sudden, Deku's body is starting to steam coming off of him. As then he blitzes towards where the Nomu. And when the Nomu's right in front of everyone's in fear. As when the Nomu throws a punch, Deku's gets in the way, as basically he covers both, puts both of his hands right in front of him, just holding the fist of the Nomu. He says, "What are you guys doing here? I told you guys to stay back." As he looks at them, as his eyes are, basically black and red, as Todoroki sees it, he goes, "Midoriya, your arms!" He goes, "Don't worry. Even though my arms are broken right now, I'm using my blood to hold them together. I'm not holding it back no more, Todoroki. So get everyone out of here, because if no one does, they may end up dying." As Todoroki listening, he tells everyone, "Guys, come on!" As everyone gets out of the way, he goes, and then Mineta basically says, "What are you doing, Mineta? Get out of here!" As he goes, "Right," as he runs as fast as he can, and Deku says, "I didn't want to make everyone see what I really am like when I have to play the villain, but it looks like I gotta be more than that. I gotta be the villain who's a hero. Or should I say, like my father." And then all of a sudden, the Nomu gets pushed back, as in multiple, with Tanjiro, basically not Tanjiro, Kaneki, 4 tentacles come out, as then Deku has claws too, and he goes, "Now you're gonna pay. First, for attacking my friends, and then for breaking my arms." And then he just starts slashing, as the Nomu really, so quick that no one can ever see, as he's basically disappearing, ignore that, disappearing basically, reappearing, as the Nomu is then getting stabbed with 4 freaking spirit-like tentacles going right through him, and then he's just up in the air, and when they get ripped out, he just keeps on hitting them with it, basically. And by the way, this is not real characters. These are all fake. They're all imagined, basically drawn. So whoever's watching that's younger, it's all fake. All right, okay. So they're all drawn. They're all animated characters. From an anime that's basically not based on real life. It's non-fiction, basically. Fiction, non-fiction, whatever. Basically, something that's not real. All right, okay. So yeah, as everyone is shocked to see this, as Bakugo's going yes. Show them who you really are. As Shigaraki's, basically in shock, he goes, he's a lot faster, a lot stronger. And this is him going all out? He may be a worthy person. As then he stops and he goes, if you survive this, I hope you don't ever come back here. As then all of a sudden, blood starts to surround Midoriya. The blood that came out of his back and on his hands starts to surround. Oh yeah, I even forgot the ground did break, so like the blood's going through the ground as the ground keeps on like cracking even more. As it's like everyone's seeing it was like what the, as basically Todoroki saying, "Oh God, he's using it. Yes, finish him off, Midoriya. Kill that thing." As everyone's going, what? As Deku just says, "All right, take this." As then all of a sudden, the blood from that was surrounding Deku just starts to go up into the air, and he says, "Blood Dragon, devour apocalypse." As then it just shoots really, as he just puts his hand forward, as it basically shoots out towards the Nomu. And when it gets to the Nomu, it basically hits him. Here's the Nomu, it's like basically teeth going right into the Nomu as it's just flying around. Like, and then after a couple of minutes of doing that, it goes right into the ground. Basically, the Nomu's getting dragged right into the ground as then the blood just stops and disappears. And he goes, "Alright, now, that should have been it." Oh yeah, some, like, it was only, like, no one could, like, get, like, any, like, signal out to call for more backup, but there was, like, some video cameras feed there, so heroes are on the way. As Nezu's seeing this, as Deku's, like, basically looking at himself, looking down, he goes, "At least my legs aren't broken." And then, but he's feeling a lot of strain on his body. He goes, because he had to basically go into his second gear for him. I'm calling it second gear, but that puts a lot of strain on his body as he's still in it. He's thinking, "Alright, let's take on you. Let me take you on now." And then all of a sudden you hear he's like walking towards Shigaraki, and when basically after a few minutes when he's halfway there, all of a sudden you just hear a crack in the ground near him, as then he gets punched in the face, as then he gets sent flying, but then Nobu grabs him, smacks his head into the ground, as Shigaraki is basically saying, "I don't need this thing no more. I'm not gonna let him die." As then he just runs over, as I was thinking, no, I can't let my student die. So then when he runs over, he's about to, Shigaraki was closer to the Nomu, so right when he gets over to where Deku and the Nomu are, Aizawa can't use his quirk on Shigaraki because Nomu's in the way, and then all of a sudden you just hear the Nomu screaming. His Shigaraki has his hand right through the Nomu, and it's just decaying. As he's saying, "I don't need you no more. Disappear." As Deku's saying, "What? Why did you kill it? It was about to kill me like you ordered it to." Why would I want it to kill you? You're way more interesting alive than dead, Izuku Midoriya. I declare you my nemesis as of today. Get stronger, because I will. Kirigiri, we're leaving. As Deku's getting up, he goes, "No, I won't let you leave." As he says, "Look at your leg." As he looks, he sees like the Noah crushed it. And as he says, "So?" And then all of a sudden, you hear cracking. As Shiragi's thinking, "No way." It's basically his leg is back to being normal. He goes, "Come on, you really think I was gonna let you walk away?" He goes, "Well, you really are a persistent hero. That's what I like about you already, Izuku Midoriya. Rest. You need it. Oh, and keep the low tier heroes. We don't need them." As basically then All Might appears, and along with every other hero that's in the school, as Aizawa gets to Midoriya, and Deku saying, "I'm not gonna let you go." As then Aizawa stops and he goes, "Midoriya, you're too tired." "So what? I can't let him escape. If I don't, he's gonna come after us again." as basically his always says, Midoriya, you did enough. Calm down. As then Midoriya, basically Deku's just saying, fine. As he looks at Shigaraki, says, I'll remember your face. And then basically Shigaraki hair is exactly the same as canon basically, and then he just they could comb it right back, and he says, yeah, I'm hoping. Remember my name. Shigaraki Tomura. Is number and besides, I'm gonna become the #1 villain someday. What's your dream? He says, become the #1 hero. And he goes, oh, then we are nemesis. Plus you are my nemesis then. Alright, bye kid. As basically he leaves. Hesitant Deku is just saying, he's kind of going unconscious. He goes, no, stay up. Stay up. As then he goes unconscious, as Izawa tells All Might and everyone else to someone call 911 and call the police. He yells that out. He said, I can't let this kid die. As then basically after a while the police gets everyone. His blood quirk was still on, but when the police came and they got the people, his blood went back into him, which shocked everyone. No one understood how it even happened. As Nezu basically comes over and he says, how is your Midoriya? As Aizawa says, basically he says he has to go to the hospital. The cover girl will be there. Basically, his leg is broken. Both of his arms are broken. Even a rib. But he's fine. Oh, thank God. And basically, All Might asks what happened to that creature. He goes, I don't know, but it looked like he killed it, the leader. He said Midoriya is going to be his nemesis. He's what? He's not even a hero yet, All Might saying. He goes, I know. But still, he's declaring him as his enemy that he sees worthy. This is crazy. This kid had potential to become a hero, but someone just declare him right away as his nemesis, to become the one person he wants to always fight and be against. And will actually try to beat always. That's crazy. Basically as I was saying. And so we're ending it off here. I know this was a lot longer. I wanted to put in a lot of scenes. I did not want to rush it. I do hope you enjoy this video. Tonight, I'm gonna make, what if Naruto had Venom? Alright? Let me know though, like I said in the beginning, if you want me to actually make a what if Deku gained or was given cremation, was given the cremation quirk, or what if Deku just got cremation or something. But yeah, the story is Dabi will be his teacher. He'll go to All For One, and All For One will be Deku's father. Alright, and I will go, I'm not saying everything, but yeah, let me know if you want to hear that. Okay? Alright. So, I hope you guys all have a nice day and night, and I'm gonna be going make a new one, then make an old one, or make a new one, then make an old one. Okay? Alright. So bye everyone, have a nice day, night, be safe wherever you are, and just enjoy your day. Bye.